Okay. So I think everybody kind of knows that in order to hit the ball straight, what you really need to control, or whatever direction you want to hit it, what you're really trying to control is that subtle angle of the face. So people would maybe consider that like a skill or a hand-eye coordination task. And so people don't tend to teach that in the golf swing, because it's like, well, how do you teach how to subtly control the direction of this? How to be exactly up and down near the ground, right? So you're not hitting it fat, you're not hitting it thin, you're catching the ball first. And then your path is predictable, right? So you're not coming away from the inside out or outside in, creating unwanted curves on the ball. So is that hand-eye coordination? Or is there a way to stack the cards in your favor? So I think people that are good at it are actually stacking the cards in their favor. They're not superhuman. I mean, they probably are still somewhat superhuman in their inherent hand-eye coordination abilities. But if you look at the great ball strikers, they're doing things to make their swings more forgiving, so they don't have to have perfect hand-eye coordination. So the mistake most golfers are making in terms of controlling the club face is they're doing this through the ball. So they're rolling the face open and closed. So that's a big unpredictable factor. So that's one of the first things you have to take out. And then if you're very steep, you've got the other problem, right? You're coming down, you've got one moment we're in the right place. And then if your path is very rotational this way, then you've got one more thing to try to, like, there's only one moment where that is square. So you could sit and try and figure out how to fix each one of those things individually and what your body needs to do. But you don't actually have to do any of those things. You just have to set the intention and let your body sort it out. So give your body the intention of moving in a relatively straight line through the ball with a face that's not rotating, and relatively flat along the ground, right? So that's a lot of forgiveness there. You're really pretty much at the right height if I can move the club that way. So can I do it? Well, let's try it. So let me take the club, and you can see that there is a way to move my body where the line I'm drawing along the ground is relatively straight toward the target, my face isn't rotating, and my club isn't going up and down, right? It's doable. It's physically doable. It won't be perfectly doable. It's sort of, let's say it's 80% doable through a zone here. But a zone is a lot in golf. If you can create a little zone of reliability and just figure out if I move my body just like that, and this is only something you can figure out by giving yourself the task and then feeling what your body does to accomplish that task. So now I know what my task is. I want my club to be relatively flat, relatively straight, without rotation. I'm going to take that task, and now I'm going to practice that and then finish my swing with that feeling. So finish my swing, and I'm going to move that feeling through the ball, and my task is to do, not hit the ball, but do all those things I just did there. So move that task through the ball. Let's see what I get out of that. Pretty good shot, very slightly left, but like you would imagine, if I'm moving my path, keeping my face completely square to path, you can see almost no curvature on that. Good shot, surprisingly pretty good 115 with a pitching wedge with a pretty small effort, because it's also extremely efficient, right? If my path and face are dead square, that's 100% of the energy going in the right direction. So I'll try a couple more, and again move through that space and feel what your body does, and then finish the swing. So through the space, finish the swing, and now turn it into a swing. That one was a little bit heavy on it, but still pretty good shot. Really good shot. Maybe slightly longer there. So then get my feeling again. And this one I'm going to give it a little more time to see if I can get a little more on it. So let it drop a little more, but then move through just the same way. Yeah, I cut that very slightly thin, but almost, yeah, all three of those are within, they're all three launching within a degree or two of each other. So, see how that finishes. So there you go. Obviously everything is aimed just a little off the center line, but they're all exactly the same. So that's the way to engineer that. Create an understanding of what you want to happen through here and what the things are you're trying to control, and then build your swing around that. That's how you're going to get control over it. And then if you want to add, once you've got that idea and you want to add some power, now you got to figure out how to use your whole body to add power to that. So that's using the big muscles of your body combined with that very specific task. So let's see if I can do that now. So I'm going to keep in mind my task is right there, but now using my whole body to do that. So see how that one does. Oh, a little offline there. It's alright. Not bad. Yeah, definitely got more. So 141 there. So there's an extra 20 yards just by getting more athletic with it.